Welcome back, everyone, to another tech tip on the Educational Lady podcast series, Tech Tuesday. We'll be right back with today's tech guru, but we want to give a shout out to our podcast partners, the Global Community of Women in High School Sports, the Florida Coaches Coalition, Vital Signs Wall of Fame, and We Coach. Four great organizations. You should add them to your network. And now don't hit that fast forward button. Stay with us for 3 minutes and check out our podcast sponsorship messages. We want to thank Gipper for their support of the podcast. Go to Gipper.com and see how athletic directors are creating custom content for their school's social media channel. You can do it in seconds, and you don't need any design experience. Use our code ADPOD10, and Gipper will give you 10% off. Start creating custom content for your school's social media channel on Gipper.com. We also want to say thanks to Huddle. Go to Huddle.com and change the way you see the game. When I was a football coach, I used Huddle, and I used it for years. But when I became an athletic director, we wanted to make sure our school is a Huddle school. And our coaches just love the smart cameras, the mobile apps. Of course, they love the analytics, but there's so much more. Huddle is going to give your school, your teams, your coaches, and your athletes the tools they need to be successful. Go to Huddle.com and see why we believe in sports and teams believe in Huddle. Join the 6 million users and turn your school into a Huddle school. We also want to say thanks to Snap Mobile. Go to snapraise.com and check out their entire suite of platforms designed to help you do your job better. You've got Snap Raise, Snap Store, Snap Connect, and Snap Manage. Snap Raise is the fundraising platform. We used it with great success, and so can you. They even have a program where you can get your funding before you start your fundraiser. I don't think anyone else offers that. For more information, go to snapraise.com. We want to say thanks to Sideline Interactive, indoor score tables and video boards. Go to sidelineinteractive.com and schedule a live web demo, see their tables and their scoreboards in action. Their customer service is just outstanding, and their products are extremely versatile. We use our score table for home games, but we also use it for pep rallies, for signing ceremonies. Schedule that live web demo now and go to sidelineinteractive.com. That's sidelineinteractive.com. We also want to thank Hometown Ticketing, the leading digital ticketing provider to schools and colleges. Go to hometownticketing.com. They're going to show you how to set up and sell tickets for all your events, not just games, but school plays, concerts, dances, even graduation. And the best part, Hometown's going to provide you with a dedicated client success manager that's going to give you hands-on support every step of the way. That's every step of the way. You'll find it all at hometownticketing.com. Simple and easy online ticketing. We also want to say thanks to Wall of Fame by Vital Signs. You know, they're on a mission to bring your school's legacy to life. The Wall of Fame is an interactive touchscreen video console that's going to highlight your school's top performers in athletics, academics, and the arts. But the Wall of Fame is also an extensive content program that's going to allow you to tell more compelling stories to better engage your audience. Go to vitalsignswalloffame.com. Check out their great products, and when you're ready to order, use the link vitalsignswalloffame.com/Jake, and you'll get a nice discount. Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Check them out today. And we want to thank Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. Go to athleticsurveys.com and see all the things that they can do for you and your program. Typically, athletic directors only get feedback from that 2%, the squeaky wheel parent or a frustrated student athlete. And we need to hear back from them so we can affect positive change. But we also need to hear back from the 98% that love and support our programs, and that's where Athletic Surveys comes in. Athletic Surveys will create a custom survey to allow you to take the pulse of your parents and your student athletes. So go to athleticsurveys.com and get started today. Athletic Surveys, let them help you take your athletic program from good to great. Welcome back, everyone, to another Tech Tuesday segment with one of our favorite contributors, Scott Paine. Scott is a certified master athletic administrator, longtime AD, started his own athletic technology consulting company, and he also works for Vital Signs Wall of Fame. Scott, I know you're really busy. This is conference season and you're bouncing all over the country. What's your tech tip for today's athletic director?
Yeah. Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Last time we talked, I was kind of on the branding soapbox. We talked about removing backgrounds from logos and pictures. This one is called Color Picker. So it's a Chrome extension. If you are trying to figure out what is my hex number, what is my RGB code, so red, green, blue code, for whatever color your school colors are supposed to be, or if you're trying to find like opponent's colors or something along those lines, it is a Chrome extension. You can also find it as, I believe it's a normal app if you're trying to put it onto other internet web browsers. I use Chrome. So it's a Chrome extension. You just go into the Chrome, I believe it's the Chrome App Store, type in Color Picker. You can Google it too. There's a ton of free ones. This is just the one I use, but there's 4 or 5 that pop up in the Google. But it allows you to put your cursor wherever it is on a picture or your screen, and it'll feed you the hex code and the RGB code for that color that you're specifically on, the pixel that you're on. So it's really easy to find colors. If you don't know what your official color codes are for buying jerseys or anything along those lines, if you're not branded, you probably don't know your color codes. You probably just know I am burnt orange, or I am midnight black, or I am, blood red. You can go through forest green. You can go through all those, and you can know exactly what that color code is. So whether you're buying jerseys, whether you're making you wanted to make your presentation background the right blue to be on brand for yourself for a coach's meeting or a presentation to parents, it's really easy to find those colors and copy those codes and just put it into wherever you're doing the coloring.
Yeah, as branding becomes more and more important, an app like that can, I think, save ADs and coaches some headaches. My career was spent largely at private schools, especially the last 20. And I think the private schools probably got on the branding bandwagon earlier. And I was given, as an athletic director, all of those codes to pass on to our coaches and make sure that when they did order a new uniform, that hey, these are our colors. It's not your own special color for soccer or football or whatever you want to do. These are our colors. This is our brand. And that might sound Captain Obvious now, but 10, 12 years ago, that was I think on the cutting edge. So great app for that. And sounds really easy too. For our listeners, sometimes it sounds easy, but it doesn't turn out that way if you're technologically challenged like Jake. So if one of our listeners wanted to reach out and pick your brain a little bit, what's the best way they can get a hold of you?
My personal email is easy. It's my last name, Paine, Paine, period. My first name, Scott, SCOTT @gmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter and LinkedIn easily there. And like you've said before, Jake, you also could always go to the YouTube. And YouTube usually has some form of something that somebody made somewhere around this world that will probably point you in the same direction as what I would do for you as well. But I'm always happy to also find that YouTube video for you and shoot it your way if you are looking for some help. So,
Scott Paine, certified master athletic administrator and founder of ATHLETITECH. Thanks so much for joining us today on Tech Tuesday, and all the best for the rest of the spring season.
Appreciate it. You gotta love the conference season. Y'all have a good Tuesday.
For our listeners, we do this every single week, and we upload the videos to the Educational AD Podcast YouTube channel. Speaking of YouTube, come back next week for another tech tip, and just about every day for new content on the Educational AD Podcast. We'll see you next time. Boy, that was a really cool tip. If you're into branding and you want to keep your colors straight, check that one out. And before we go, we do want to give our sponsors one more shout out. I want to say thanks to Huddle. As a football coach, I used it for years. As an AD, we were a Huddle school. Our coaches just loved it. Go to huddle.com and get signed up today. Want to thank Hometown Ticketing. I never got a chance to use online ticketing, but I've talked to hundreds and hundreds of athletic directors and coaches across the country. They all swear by Hometown. Go to hometownticketing.com. Check it out today. Want to say thanks to Gipper. Use our code ADPOD10 and Gipper will give you 10% off. Go to Gipper.com, start creating custom branded content for your school's social media channel. We want to thank Snap Mobile, the parent company of an entire suite of platforms, including Snap Raise. Does any other fundraiser give you your money before you actually start raising funds? I don't think so. Go to snapraise.com and check them out today. We want to thank Wall of Fame by Vital Signs. If you're looking for a really cool way to display your school records or your school's Hall of Fame, you're going to find it at Wall of Fame, Vital Signs, walloffame.com. Mention the podcast and you'll get a nice little discount. We want to thank Sideline Interactive indoor score tables and video boards. Well, probably the best purchase I ever made as an AD. Go to sidelineinteractive.com. And Athletic Surveys by LifeTrack. My schools use surveys for just about everything, and you should too. Connect with that 98% that really love and support your program. Find it all at athleticsurveys.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on Tech Tuesday on the Educational AD Podcast.